Hi everyone, I'm Kitty Palaskis and I'm a professional crafter. So basically that means I create craft stuff like everything that you see here as my job every single day. It's a lot of fun, as you can probably imagine, and one of my most favorite things to make is costumes. So I love dressing up. Just give me any occasion and I'll be there, probably dressed up in a costume that I've made myself. So if you're like me and you love dressing up too and you love a good costume, then I think this project will be perfect for you. So what we're going to do today is create our very own super simple and super quick robot costume with a couple of little robotic accessories that we can wear with our costume and complete the look. So something that's really important to me as a maker is to try to revamp and reuse materials wherever I can. So with that in mind, most of the things that we're going to be using to make this costume today have come from the recycling bin, and you'll probably be able to find the same or similar materials in your own home. So you don't have to go very far to find everything you need to create this costume. So I'm going to show you all the steps to create something like this at home, and then you can go away and maybe with the help of a parent create something fantastic like this to wear to your next costume party, or maybe just parade around the house in, which is probably what I would do with it. So if you're ready to get started, I think it's time to begin. So let's do it. The first thing to do is sketch out a design of how you want your robot to look. For the robot mask, you can use an old cardboard box and some coffee cups for the robot claws. Here's some other supplies that I found around my house that I think would be great to decorate my robot. You're also going to need some tin foil from the kitchen and also a few other supplies. So screenshot this next shot coming up, because it has a list of what other things you may need to create the robot. The first thing to do is to cover your box with tin foil. I just used sticky tape to stick all of this down after I'd finished wrapping it up. I want to cut a hole in my box to form a grill that I can see out of, so I'm going to use a cutting knife to cut a small rectangle in the front. Now if you want to do this too, you might need the help of a parent to do the cutting. To create the bars of my robot grill, I'm going to use some silver pipe cleaners sticky taped onto the inside of my box. To create some robotic features, I'm going to cover a few of my recycled items in tin foil. So I'm covering coffee cups and I'm also covering the jar lids. Now to create eyes for my robot, I think I'm going to use metallic patty pans that are opened out, and then I'm going to glue the jar lids onto the patty pans and then glue the patty pans into the coffee cup lids to create robot eyes. I'm going to stick my eyes down onto the robot now, and I'm going to use hot glue to do that. If you've got a hot glue gun at home, feel free to use one, but be careful, they're very hot. Otherwise, you can just use strong, quick dry craft glue. I'm going to create some little, I guess, antennas to go on the side of my robot's face. So I'm going to use more metallic patty pans and the 2 coffee cups that I covered in tin foil previously. I'm going to glue these onto the side of my robot head now using hot glue again. I think I'm going to add a little bit more detail using some more red metallic cupcake patties. If you cut the centers out, they kind of form a little ribbon that you can then stick around things. I I want to make some wires for my robot mask, so I'm going to curl some metallic silver pipe cleaners around a pen to create a coiled effect. Then I'm going to use hot glue to stick these down onto my robot mask. I'm going to add some final details to the front of the mask using segments of metallic silver paper straws that I've cut up to form a kind of pyramid formation, which I'm now going to use hot glue to stick down. I want to create some claws for my robot, so I'm going to cover some coffee cups in tin foil, then cut out claw shapes from cardboard, cover that in foil and slot them into the top of the cup using a little slice with a knife or a pair of scissors. I'm then going to decorate the claws using tea light candles, bottle tops, and I'm thinking maybe some red metallic pipe cleaners to recreate that coiled wire effect that we tried earlier. Okay, so now that you've made your own robot costume, it's time for my favorite part of all, which is to try the costume on. So let's go. It's a great fit. And let's try these gloves on. I love it. Thanks so much for tuning in and have fun on your next craft adventure. Bye!